Touch that remote, and you die. Now that I've got your attention, here's the deal. See those two people? That's Frank, and that's Faye. Strangers when they met. Turns out they've got a lot in common. Both died in the same night. Both ended up in the same body of water. And both took refuge in the same all-night cafe. Me, I run the place. Name's Blackie. Been here from the beginning. Now, I know I said Frank and Faye were dead, but the cafe needed a new cook and waitress, so it gave them a second chance at life. They do their job, they get to stick around and help unsuspecting customers turn their lives around. Of course, anything can happen to those who wander in. Their worst nightmares or their forbidden dreams. Yeah, it all happens here, in this little place we call the Nightmare Cafe. They say there's a million stories in the city. Now here's one, about a guy named Stan, an honest cop who's seen just a little too much, or maybe not enough. There's one thing he'd never put to rest, you see, a mystery and a wound, all wrapped together in a single name. A name that will haunt him to his dying day. What would a man like this wish for? A second chance, perhaps? But would he wish for it if he knew it would shatter everything he's ever known? Hey!
Okay?
Get out of here, man!
Hey, calm down. Just take it easy.
I mean it!
Look, I'm a cop, okay? I'm not gonna arrest you. I don't give a damn about that car. You're strung out. I know. It's tough.
You don't know squad, man!
I know pain when I see it.
Don't!
Why don't you give me the gun?
Don't move!
Calm down. Just take it easy. We can work this out. I know I can get you some help.
There's no way he could have killed him.
Oh, yeah? What makes you so sure?
Elementary, my dear Watson. Pure logic and keen observation clearly indicates that the murderer is Colonel Mustard. Can we help you?
Yeah. Can a guy get a cup of coffee around here?
Yeah, sure.
Menu?
Yeah, thanks. Maybe a nice thick cheeseburger and fries for your last meal, huh? It's your favorite food, right?
What the hell's going on here?
Elementary, my dear Detective Gates. Pure logic and keen observation clearly indicates that you're about to buy the farm. A primitive clock, if you will, measuring out the time you've got left, Stan. That young punk out there in his Saturday night special, he said it ticking for you. See the bullet? That shiny thing right by your elbow. It's frozen right now, but it's headed straight for your heart. In the time it takes to get there, can you solve the mystery of your life?
I'm in the Twilight Zone, right? Am I dead or what?
You will be, once you walk out that door.
Right, and I'm in the airport to hell, and I'm on standby. I don't believe this. 25 years on the force. I always figured I'd go out big time, right? So what happens? A kid trips, a gun goes off, and here I am. Whatever the hell here is. Well, there goes his life.
His life. You're the one getting shot.
Yeah, but he's the one who's gonna have to pay for it.
Okay, Blackie. What's the deal here?
Oh, you disappoint me, big guy. If anyone should know about second chances, it should be you.
What the hell is this?
It seems we
It's just a blast from the past, Stan. Your past, 15 years ago.
we look at each other in the same way then.
You got a call in response to a burglary at some big estate? Let's see, I think the name was Benning. Does that sound about right?
I got the call around 9:30.
The clothes you're wearing are the clothes
The minute I was in the house, I knew something was wrong. Then I saw Philip Benning out cold by his overturned wheelchair in the study. It's about all I remember clearly. It all happened so fast. It still doesn't make any sense at all. Someone hit me from behind. When I finally came to, the guy I shot should have been at the bottom of the stairs. He wasn't. Charlotte Benning was. Dead. Shot through the heart.
Okay, I don't get it. How'd she end up there?
I've been asking myself that for 15 years. According to the official report, Charlotte Benning is the one I shot. The intruder slugged me from behind while I was at the bottom of the stairs.
So it was an accident. What's the problem?
The problem is I know I shot at a man in black. I can see him standing there. I'd give anything to know what really happened that night. I guess it's a little late now.
Maybe not.
Would you excuse us just for a moment?
What?
Maybe not.
Oh, I was just trying to be encouraging. I like him, okay?
Yeah, well, I mean, I like him too.
The guy's gonna die, Frank. I just wish I could help him. I just don't know where to begin. Right here, I guess.
Crimes past and present. I don't think I've seen your show.
We're not on the air yet. Still looking for interesting stories. It's beautiful.
It's my sister. She was my inspiration. Everything that was good in my life came from her. It's a poor substitute, it's true. But at least I can look at it and feel her spirit is always with me. The one thing you learn with age, Miss Peronovic, is that time heals nothing. It doesn't even dull the pain.
There was a lot of confusion about the night your sister died. I was hoping you could tell me what you remembered.
It's not a subject I talk about very often, and never to strangers who want to turn it into a television show.
Detective Gates insists that he was shot at by a burglar on the top of the stairs. The burglar was dressed in black.
The mind under stress can work magic, Miss Peronovic.
Are you saying that he made it up? That he's hiding something?
I'm saying I'm not sure anyone will ever know what really happened. It was 9:30 that night. I was doing some reading in the library downstairs when suddenly I heard a noise.
Philip? Philip, where are you?
The next thing I knew, someone from somewhere struck me. That's all I recall. When I regained consciousness, I found Detective Gates in the foyer, kneeling over my sister. He said the burglar shot at him. He fired back, and someone hit him from behind.
Do you think he was telling the truth?
I think he believed that's what happened, yes. I've learned to live with Charlotte's death, Miss Peronovic. I don't think Detective Gates has. Which would be easier for you to accept? Killing an innocent woman or shooting a phantom dressed in black?
Let me get you that cheeseburger and fries, huh? How about it?
That we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when?
Time's a-moving, Detective. You might notice the bullet is a heartbeat closer to your arm. If you're gonna figure this out, you'd better move fast.
I don't get it. I gotta sit here and watch my own death drilling in on me? What for? Why have I been brought here?
I wish I could tell you, Stan. The rules are different here. I thought that maybe there was something more to all this than what you remembered, but Philip Benning told me the same thing you did.
Except for one thing. I'd say that your interest in Charlotte Benning was a little bit more than professional. Wouldn't you?
I loved Charlie from the minute I met her. I was assigned to the security detail at the Benning estate. The mayor was sucking up photo opportunities at one of these society raises money for the needy kind of things. It was the kind that Philip was always throwing. Charlie was helping out by playing hostess that night. One of the guests had a little too much to drink. That's the first time I saw her. That's how we met.
Charlotte, why don't we slip off down to the boathouse and get away from these walking corpses?
You can hardly walk yourself.
Don't need to walk to do what I have in mind.
Didn't they teach you manners in that private school you probably went to?
They taught me that hired help should be seen and not heard, if that's what you mean.
Austin, you're so dim.
Do you mind? The lady and I are trying to have polite conversation. Now, where were we?
Where I come from, polite conversation means keeping your hands to yourself.
Why don't you go in and have some coffee, dear? You'll feel a lot better. He's harmless, really. Another moment I was going to dispose of him in the pool.
Maybe I shouldn't have interrupted.
Oh, no. I'm flattered. Can I offer you some champagne?
Champagne?
You know, the bubbly stuff?
No. Thank you. I'm on duty. Detective Stan Gates, serving and protecting.
I'm Charlie, just serving. You are allowed to eat, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, sure. But this chopped liver and fish eggs, not my idea of real food. Hey, I know this great little hole in the wall over on 5th. Best cheeseburgers in the city. This thick. And the fries, It's, open all night.
Sounds like an invitation.
Charlotte. Charlotte, the mayor and his wife are leaving. They'd like to say goodbye.
Oh, all right, Philip. Officer Gates? The answer's yes.
Excuse me?
Later, burgers and fries.
Burgers and fries. That's how it started. Just happened. Charlie and I never questioned it. There were no rules.
Kinda like this place.
Why didn't you tell us before?
All I've got left of Charlie are memories. They're private and they're mine. In 15 years, I never told anybody. Philip didn't even know. Now, you give me one good reason why I should have told you.
Because you didn't walk through that door here tonight to relive all of this with a bunch of perfect strangers. No, something is not adding up here, Stan, and we're going to find out why.
Excuse me, I don't remember volunteering to play Professor Plum in the study with a magnifying glass.
Come on, Frank, where's your sense of romance?
The guy hasn't been straight with us. I don't trust him.
Well, I do.
And I suppose you have a plan.
Well, I just thought we'd figure it out as we go.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid you were going to say.
Damn thing's still pulling to the left. So you're sure that it was his gun?
Oh, she was shot with Detective Gates' gun, all right. Test fired it 3 times. Rifling was a perfect match.
But he said that he shot at a man in black.
Yeah, I know. But his gun was only fired once. And we found that bullet. It was in Charlotte Benning's heart. There's no way around it.
He didn't mean to, but Stan Gates killed Charlotte Benning.
So, what next, Sherlock?
Maybe we're just not asking the right questions.
Maybe you guys ought to just leave it alone.
Well, it has been 15 years, Stan. We thought maybe you could use some help.
He's a loser. Look at him. Trapped in a web of his own memories. Right, Stan?
Hey, give it a rest, Blackie, huh? Oh, God, Stan, are you all right?
Hey, easy. It's a reminder, Stan. The clock's still ticking, that's all. It's just a matter of time now.
We gotta stop the bleeding.
I'm all right.
Sir, a little short on sensitivity today, aren't we?
Okay, come here.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Anybody up for a classic whodunit?
What's the point of seeing this again? I've already seen it in a million nightmares.
Maybe you need a new perspective, a clue for you and the junior detectives there. Let's play back the night of the crime one last time, but this time let's keep it rolling just a little bit longer.
God, there really was someone in black. But it was Charlotte Benning all along.
Just a split second left, Stan. Got any answers?
How could you not remember shooting her?
Because he couldn't accept the fact that he had killed her, so he simply erased the memory.
Faye, the guy's a cop. A detective. Forgetting is not what he does, especially if the dead person is someone he loves.
What difference does it make? I shot her.
Don't forget what's on the other side.
Stan, it was an accident.
Faye, it's over. I wanted to know what really happened that night. Now I know.
The cafe didn't bring you here just to hurt you. I don't think it was your fault.
My gun fired the bullet that killed her. You're not making sense.
No, I'll tell you what doesn't make any sense. How does a dead woman change her clothes, huh?
Getting warmer.
She's right. You shot someone in black, and when you came to, she was in a white negligee.
Why would Charlotte be dressed in black?
You two having a lover's spat, maybe?
You're saying that Charlotte was trying to kill me? That's crazy. We loved each other. Besides, somebody hit me from behind.
Maybe she wasn't as innocent as she seemed. Maybe she was seeing someone else. Maybe not.
How could she have changed from one set of clothes to another?
Right. Doesn't make any sense.
That's why they call them mysteries.
Stan, you wanted to know the truth. Well, if you walk out that door, you'll never know the truth. Can you live with that?
More important, can you die with that?
This is like one big game of Clue. But there's one card missing. Colonel Mustard with the candlesticks. In the... Something's missing. I just wish I knew where it was.
Faye? I wish I was with her.
I guess I could get used to this.
Forget it.
This time you just gotta stick around, Frank. There's other things to be taken care of in the past.
So what am I supposed to do? Sit around feeling sorry for myself while everybody else does my job for me?
Well, it's worked so far.
Hey, look, pal, I'm getting a little tired of these witty comebacks.
I was just trying to provoke you.
Yeah, well, it's working. Yeah, I've had plenty of practice.
Just ignore him.
I just wish I could get out of here for a few minutes. Time is running out.
Well, that's a good idea, Stan. Why don't we go on into the kitchen and see what we can cook up? You, keep your eye on Faye. Not bad, Frank.
Oh, great. This is the last place I want to be.
No, you're not in a place, Stan. You're in your memory.
You mean my nightmare?
This is your second chance, Stan.
No. This is my last chance. This again.
You have to, Stan. This is your chance to learn the truth. Keep your eyes open. What's going on?
This is where I got conked on the head.
When you came to, what'd you see?
I remember feeling this shooting pain in my head. Then a noise. Crackling sound, the fire.
Then what?
The first thing I remember was the wheelchair and Philip's body on the ground. Everything was just like it was when I came in.
Except what, Stan? Stop remembering and start looking. What do you see?
Something about his shoes.
His shoes?
They're scuffed.
So what? Everybody's shoes get scuffed.
Yeah, if you can walk.
What is this, some kind of sick joke?
Blackie? Where the hell is Faye?
He can walk. That's the missing piece.
Looking for inspiration?
Faye, get out of there.
It was you. You just made it look like Stan Gates shot your sister.
Investigative journalism at its finest.
How'd you do it, Benny? How'd you work it out?
I'm afraid, Miss Peronovic, that's one unsolved mystery that's never going to make prime time.
Oh, darn. I wish I was back in the cafe.
I wish she was back at the cafe.
Blackie, do something. She's an amateur. She can't handle this guy.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, it's your show from here on.
Besides, as a detective, our phasey is all wet.
Oh, Tom!
Don't you just love a good cliffhanger? Mm-hmm.
What happened to... Faye?
Oh, there you are. Enjoy your trip?
Are you okay?
Sure. I love falling into ice-cold swimming pools in the middle of the night, chased by mad killers.
Sorry. It's the first thing I could think of.
Yeah, well, next time think of something warm, like a limo. Guys, Benning can walk.
We know.
You know?
Yeah, Stan and I took a little trip down memory lane, right back to the night that Charlotte was murdered. For a guy in a wheelchair, Benning had a lot of miles on his shoes.
Wait a minute. You were in that house and you didn't try to help me? I'm gonna kill you.
Take a number. No, we couldn't have helped you, Faye. See, we were in the same house, but it was 15 years before you.
Company.
Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on that jerk.
Me first.
No.
He's mine.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a miss. What are you doing here?
Waiting for a killer.
Really? I hope he doesn't disappoint you.
Oh, you won't.
Isn't this where I'm supposed to say, are you accusing me of something?
How about murder for a start?
In a way, I always hoped you'd figure it out.
Why'd you do it?
Because I loved her.
So did I.
No, you don't get it. I really loved her. Since the moment I understood what the word meant. Do you like it?
It's beautiful.
It pales by comparison.
Philip, don't.
I can't help it, Charlotte. You're so beautiful. You're like a goddess. I need you, Charlotte.
No!
Charlotte! Charlotte! Charlotte, I need you!
From that moment on, she was mine. My disability became a convenient means to control Charlotte with guilt and keep her with me forever. At least that's what I thought, until you showed up.
The smile was smiling, you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things
I had to do something. I couldn't allow you to take her away from me. Then it came to me. Find an identical gun and substitute it with yours. And then fake a burglary.
Stan, someone's trying to break into the house. I can't find Philip. Okay, hurry, please.
I knew she'd call you, and that you'd come running. Then I'd have you.
Philip?
Unfortunately for Charlotte, I neglected to tell her that I'd recovered from my injuries. The final touch. An unusually imaginative one, I thought. A mannequin dressed in my clothes and laid out by my fallen wheelchair to afford me the perfect alibi. Dummy for dummy. You bought it hook, line, and sinker. And that allowed me to be upstairs in position to draw your fire, which proved amazingly easy to do. The gun I switched with yours was loaded with blanks, of course. The moment you fired, I dropped Charlotte's body over the railing and simply stepped back into the shadows. All I had to do then was sneak down the back stairs. I knew your shock at seeing what you'd find would make it child's play to get behind you. From there, it was a simple matter to change your clothes and switch back the guns. Now you know. Maybe I should have told you years ago. You wouldn't have been able to prove any of it, and your pathetic pain would have been my extreme pleasure. Oh, well. There are no second chances, are there?
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now.
How's this?
You know how many punks have pointed guns at me in 25 years, Benning? Punk's a lot more dangerous than a sick weirdo like you.
You stay away from me, Gates. I'll have no trouble pulling this trigger.
Shoot a cop, Benning? Doesn't sound very smart. But let's say you want to be stupid and try it. It doesn't matter, you see. I'm already dead. Check it out, Phil. Some two-bit punk beat you to the punch. Ooh, this could get interesting.
Don't do it, Gates. It's cold-blooded murder.
It doesn't matter. I don't have a future to worry about anymore. You're just a bill I gotta pay before I check out.
Stan, don't!
Too late, Faye.
Don't do it, Stan.
Go ahead. He earned it.
Stan, this isn't about him. It's about you. Who you are. How you lived your life. You really want it to end like this?
Oh, Mr. Benning. May we offer you a ride home?
Oh, God, Stan, no.
It's okay, Faye. Everything's okay now.
ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Of course, every man has his own truth. For a young man lost in drugs and violence, the truth was that the whole course his life had taken was wrong. That there was nothing more important than running in the opposite direction as fast as his legs would carry him. For Philip Benning, the truth is in the art he left behind. In the years after his mysterious disappearance, most of it will be lost to obscurity. But one work will bring him notoriety and a dark nook in the art world he so desperately wanted to join. His final and most passionate piece, dubbed by those who would discover it as the final scream.
Order up. Medium, no onion.
Right this way.
It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you are smiling, you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when.
But maybe the final truth lies in an old saying. Those that love, love forever. And for those few that believe that, there's a place set aside. A place for one last dance. After the music has ended. A place called the Nightmare Cafe.